Welcome to Pick Central. Happy Monday. Lot of football to talk about here with my pal Chris Clemmer. Before we get to that, got to talk to you friends about DraftKings. Every yard, every sack, every interception, and every touchdown. With Pick 6, DraftKings' newest game, every snap can turn into a big-time payout. This isn't just watching the game. This is playing to win. Here's how it works. Pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the better your payout. It's that simple. Pick 6 gives you more upside than any of the other pick'em sites, and it's available in most states, including Texas, California, Georgia, Missouri, and more. Go big, go bold, and start stacking with Pick 6 from DraftKings, where every pick can pay off huge. And here's the kickoff bonus. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. You know the game. Now make it pay. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code PICKCENTRAL, all one word, PICKCENTRAL, code PICKCENTRAL. Play just $5, get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call, ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours.
Pick 6, very fun to do.
Very fun.
We did it last year, a bunch of us, if you're in one of those states. Especially Monday Night Football. Pick some of those games. Pick some of those players. It's fun.
Just me and Clemmer here. Winding down the year. We've only got a few days here, and then
just today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we're gone until I think the 5th.
It's almost like too much time home.
It's gonna be weird that January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You know what I mean? And it's like
because it falls the second Friday or something.
This is strange.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of. I got to catch up on a lot of movies. Like we were talking movies out there.
All right, I like that. Marty Supreme, let's go.
Marty Supreme. I've got to see One Battle for Another.
Oh my God,
got to see Roofman.
Oh, Roofman's good. I like Roofman.
There's a lot of movies I've circled.
Oh, you got a nice. I
got TV shows to watch, and obviously a ton of football. So we'll get into football to start. Get in the NFL. We'll do college in a little bit. I watched. My eyes are just all footballed out for what I watched over the weekend. There's a lot of ways to start. I'm going to start with myself, Green Bay. I think that would be one of the bigger games. Obviously, you could start Sunday night. We'll get to tomorrow, last night. But Packers lose in overtime to the Bears, 22-16. Crazy game. Awesome game. Just like I feel like from a third party, if you watch the game, you were thoroughly in it.
It was. That's what I was, and I was enjoying the hell out of it.
Obviously, Eagles-Commanders before that. Not a good game.
No.
Going in, didn't have a lot at stake either. Obviously, the Commanders are just completely dead this year. In Philly,
I gotta say, I was right about that game. Yeah, I was wrong. The Eagles.
Yeah. It didn't start great for Philly. I don't want to start with but they have ended up they're just a better team.
And you could, I guess, you argue Mariota got hurt, but still, the Commanders just look checked out.
Yeah. Philly. Yeah, they have weeks where they look like they know what they're doing. Packers lose this game that they had completely in the bag. Caleb Williams was great in the clutch. My take, obviously Jordan Love concussed this early on. Malik Willis comes in and was really good. It's a whole different quarterback you're game planning for with Willis. Like if you're not prepared for Willis, it's a whole lot of running on the mobile guy. Love likes to stand in the pocket, so it's just it's not like you're going from like last night Lamar to Snoop Huntley. It's pretty much the same quarterback at this point with Lamar hampered as he is. Like, there's not much difference you're getting there. Whereas, there's a different style with Love to Willis. It's like that can throw a defense off. Bears had a lot of problems with Willis. It felt like
early on, I felt like they kind of started to figure him out.
The problem that keeps rearing its ugly head for Green Bay is they don't cash in these drives. They get down and they cannot score in the red zone, score touchdowns. Listen, my takeaway is obviously there are two teams I was dead wrong on this year, Bears and Jaguars. The Bears are in every single one of these games. Caleb Williams is turning out to be a very clutch quarterback. Is it crazy to say though? Like that's a zoom.
There we go. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. I like that. I like that.
There
we go. Yeah. Woo!
Yours is further away though.
Yeah.
Like I was closer. Caleb Williams is a non-factor in this game for 3.5 quarters. Like, if the Packers recover the onside kick, he doesn't throw a single touchdown pass in the game, and the Packers win a game that they were in control for a lot of that game. It was 6-0 at halftime.
You guys got screwed. I mean, not screwed. No. Isn't the right word.
Oh, my God.
Isn't the right word.
Now we're talking.
That's a Meek Phil special there.
All right, that was a troll because you said it was too close.
Yeah. that was you guys got screwed.
I don't know if that's
screwed is the right word.
That's not the word. We completely blew that game.
Screwed is the right word. Unlucky is the word maybe I want to use.
I don't know. Like
the onside kick thing. I mean,
but like Romeo Doubs plays that as bad as you can. You're taught to. One, you could also just bat the fucking ball out of bounds. I don't know why teams don't do that more. Maybe that's more of a hindsight 2020 thing.
Maybe you're afraid of batting into the.
Okay, but like
to the team.
When you play back on a ball like that, you are asked. It's same thing in like baseball, right? Charge the ball. Like the more you play back on the ball, you're asking for it to take a bad hop.
Yep.
Right. So it's the same type of thing. So
I know. But
also, I probably wouldn't have Romeo Doubs as that guy. Like I wish Christian Watson, I think, has the best hands on the team, and even like fucking Matthew Golden. It's tough to put a rookie there, but Doubs has had issues with dropping the ball this year, and the way he played that was horrible. And it's fucking almost 10 years to the date of when they blew the NFC Championship game in 2015 to Seattle with Brandon Bostic, who's a name that like I shouldn't remember in my head, but obviously he is the reason the Packers didn't go to the Super Bowl that year with the onside kick that ends up leading to Seattle winning. It was honestly like fucking carbon copy game where they end up losing on a bomb in OT. Same kind of situation. But
so
that was so crushing. The moment they don't get that onside kick, like the Bears are going down and scoring. Although it does come down to fourth down, and then Nixon just loses. Walker was his name. I don't even know who that guy is. Jahade Walker. No clue. So he catches the game tying touchdown. Then in OT, Packers are moving the ball again, and I didn't love this. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. You have Willis, who was moving the ball well with his legs. They don't design any QB sneak or, anything with the quarterback moving the ball. Like, what? That was working for you. So I felt like LaFleur botched that one bad. Packers lose the game.
I want to get the Bears. I want to get the Bears credit too. Like, the Bears did hang around and they did what they needed to do in that game. So I'm not, when I say the Packers got screwed like unlucky, I don't mean to say like the Bears are like the Bears won that game. Good for them. Where does that leave your team? Like, where does it leave you as a fan? Where does that leave kind of like...
I'm in a way better headspace and spot right now because of how the 4 p.m. slate happened with the Lions. Because the scenario was after that game, obviously if Green Bay wins, driver's seat for the division.
Yes.
Awesome. Clinch the playoffs. I guess they eventually would have clinched the playoffs with the Lions loss. But, losing that game... You then are presented with a scenario where you're up against it with Detroit. Detroit's going to be the one on your ass, where you're going to have to, if Detroit wins out, Green Bay would have had to win out.
Right.
Now, because Detroit loses that game, which we will get to, then now Green Bay just has to win one game and they're in.
But what is that, like, when you're looking at the playoffs, so like, what are you thinking now, watching this team now?
I mean,
all the injuries you had. Are you just like, all right, we're marching toward, like...
It does feel inevitable. It won't hurt me as much when they lose in the playoffs because they've suffered so much here. But at the same time, like, Love's going to be back. Watson came out of the game unscathed, which I think is incredibly important because he changes so much for that offense. Jacobs barely... He was ineffective with the knee, so he needs some time. It would be really ideal if they can beat Baltimore and then rest Jacobs for week 18. But they got to get there. I think they're still good. They're not elite. They have plenty of flaws. I don't think LaFleur is the greatest coach in the world.
You want him back next year?
No, he'll be.
Yeah.
They had to miss the playoffs for him to not be back.
That's fair. Do you want him back?
I wouldn't hate someone else taking over play calling. He can stay as the coach. He will stay. He's not getting fired.
Right. I was asking just personally.
I think that you can do better than him. Maybe from just a play caller standpoint. But sometimes grass isn't greener on the other side, and you do have a good coach. But I just think he can be better. Just from watching him. There's a lot of the play calling just goes to shit when they get in the red zone. It's like I don't know why they do some things like the. Early in the game, when Love is still in there, they went for on 4th, and it was like this is the worst play call down there. It just made no sense. They do a lot of jet motion stuff that never works, and Matthew Golden has barely been used this year, and he's a fucking first-round pick. Like, why don't you use the guy? You can just scheme to get your guy. And you saw at the end of the Broncos game, he has talent, so like use the dude. That being said, they've hung with the Bears in both these games. They should have won both of them. Caleb all the flowers to him at the end for playing as clutch as he did. But if they recover the onside kick, none of that happens. And you're talking about a dud of a game from like a complete non-factor in that game that Green Bay was in control from start to finish. Obviously, that's not the narrative anymore. But like, so when I look at it from there, I'm like, well, we had the game.
You did.
So, and the Bears are an 11 win team at this point. I gotta feel like we can beat people in the playoffs. I don't know if we can get to the Super Bowl, but it's not I'm not watching a bad team by any means.
You're not.
It's just a team that's incomplete and leaving food on the table.
I think that's a very fair take. Now, I will say a little behind the scenes. We have the Pick Central group chat. You were obviously pretty upset about the loss, as any Green Bay Packers fan, I imagine, would be.
Yeah.
And then you did leave the chat. And I think it was because of Meek Phil. Meek Phil was being obnoxious because he, for once, was doing well with the picks and was bragging about it constantly. Although the second that well dried up, he was silent in the chat.
I just needed to wake up the next morning, and I was ready to come back in. I was spiraling in my head from that loss. Like, I didn't see us losing that game when the fourth quarter gets going there. And then anytime Phil just says anything.
It was just so after you left. I don't know if people agree with this or not. So Marty and I both said you got to give a guy an hour after a game like that. Like that's not just a loss. That's like a really onside kick. That's a tough one. That's a kick in the nuts loss.
No one recovers onside kicks. So when you lose games like that, and I've now have 2 in my life.
Brutal.
2 in my adult life that I've lost massive games because of onside kicks.
Huge
What did
games.
they
No
say?
one else
It was
loses
like
games because of onside
8%
kicks.
or
Yeah,
something?
no,
1 in 12 shot. Yeah.
It was
Crazy. So you gotta so Marty and I were like, give the guy an hour. Of course, Meek was like, nah, like all being shitty
to be
about
fair,
it.
leaving was great because I actually calmed down and was much.
I think he was smart to leave.
Actually,
But it does. So Marty and I also said like Meek, because Rico has also left the chat permanently. Like you're driving people out of this chat with your ways.
Yeah.
He had no remorse.
It was not because the Packers lost. It was because of
Meek Phil.
Because of
Yeah.
Phil.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, and I knew I'd be back the next day.
But what do people out there agree though? You should give. I think when you're like we're all about giving each other shit. When it's like a devastate, like I remember like the Yankees lost game 1. When you lost your bet, but also the Yankees losing that game 1. Like I didn't troll you. Like for like at least like a day.
Because like
I didn't say a word to you.
I'm already going through enough in my I was.
When a loss is bad enough, you got to give your buddies like a little bit of a break.
Now the other thing,
Not Meek Phil.
so Love is in concussion protocol, so that's a wrinkle here. It's not a longer week because you played on Saturday because their next game is Saturday night, so it's
back-to-back Saturdays.
just a week.
Okay.
And
it's against
Malik Willis
Baltimore
against the Ravens. It's at home. Malik Willis comes out of the game with a shoulder injury. He did finish the game.
Yes.
Their practice squad guy is Clayton Tune, who was a horrible quarterback.
Clayton Tune? Like how do you spell the last name?
Tune.
Oh, I was hoping it was like Al Tune or like Roger Rabbit.
Played for Houston. He was awful.
So like you got to right tune. Okay.
SMU too. Not a good quarterback.
Oh, no.
So no, but at the moment they're favored. So I think at bare minimum, Willis is playing, and it's pretty unlikely that Love plays just because it's so hard to get out of protocol in a week. I think I was seeing that maybe one QB has ever done it where they've played, like they've gotten out of protocol and played the next week or something. It's like very rare. Quarterbacks just usually don't come out of it.
Is there a chance you guys missed the playoffs or no?
Well, no, it's currently 89% they make the playoffs. Because if the Lions had won that
Lions losing that game was
deep
huge.
shit.
Yeah.
But the fact it's just one, and then I don't know if they're going to rule out McCarthy for the year, but that Week 18 might be against Brosmer. And Love would be back for that if he has to miss this week. And this week might not even be against Lamar.
Yeah.
Honestly, you might make the case that they're better off with Huntley at this point with how banged up Lamar is. But we'll get to the Ravens. But so playoff chances look hopeful, pretty hopeful, thanks to Aaron Rodgers. I guess let's go to that game.
Okay.
Bears, by the way, did they officially clinch the division yet?
Yeah, they
Clinched
clinched
the
the
playoff
playoffs with the Lions. No, maybe with the Lions lost.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they're in the. They didn't clinch the division yet, though. Okay,
Right.
But yeah, 11-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bears, unbelievable.
very
I
happy.
mean, all the flowers in the world.
Let's go. Let's talk about that Steelers game because I think that was
The Steelers-Lions game?
Yeah, that was pretty talked about.
Right.
Lions defense is brutal, man. They're not like they're just not deserving of a playoff spot solely because their defense is unwinnable. Like it's not a competitive defense at this point. Injuries play a part too. Obviously, they're pretty banged up. But Rodgers looked good in the game. It does come down to the wire because Detroit's offense is still pretty fucking good, and they can kind of come back if they get enough possessions. it comes down to this insane 4th down situation where Amon-Ra St. Brown. There was multiple situations that play. I'm sorry. Was it both St. Brown? Did he do both?
I don't know who caught that other one on the end. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta look that up. But they get 2 OPIs in the goal line.
Yes. 2 touchdowns.
There were 2 touchdowns. Let's see. The first one is St. Brown. The last one.
The last one was St. Brown then. The last one was definitely St. Brown.
Yeah, so it's both St. Brown. One's a pick play on the right side, and they obviously there's different rules for pick plays when you get down to the goal line, which is another conversation to be had. But because the Chiefs, I feel like, are so popular with that type of play. And then the other one is they throw it at the 1. He's short, fumbles it, then Goff picks it up, runs it in. I think it was actually officiated correctly. I think the right call happened.
I think that both calls were right. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're
the only thing is you can make a case maybe with the OPI. It's like that needs to be just like officiated differently. But the last one, we just took the refs so long to figure out. I don't know why.
I don't know why it took them so long to figure out.
So much to like process, and then they didn't explain it well either.
Not at all.
Like I almost thought I was like, who wins the game?
Right.
I don't even know.
He had to say he almost had to come back to Mike, be like, the touchdown doesn't count. he almost had to rectify that.
Right, but it's like I don't even think the touchdown. I don't think that should have his forward progress was stopped. Like that, I don't think that if there was no OPI, that's just a Lions touchdown. I think it's crazy.
So a few things here. I would rule that touchdown as well because then you can go back and you can look at it.
You can't review forward progress though.
You can't review for that throw. That whole play wouldn't be under.
No, because if they ruled, I'm pretty sure you can't go back and overturn forward progress because that's the only way to stop that from being a touchdown. They're saying his forward progress is stopped. I don't think you can review that and overturn. So they just allowed that to happen.
None of it mattered because of the.
It was a pretty blatant OPI.
Yeah,
he runs into the guy and gives him a 2-hand. Right. Sometimes it's throughout the day you'll see bad OPIs and whatever, and I think there was even one on Sunday night in OPI that was like
they didn't call it.
Well, no, that was DPI. I believe it was.
Okay, I
see
what you're saying. Yeah.
But that one was pretty 2 hands to separate and literally free yourself. So fuck you, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I guess. It was a devastating loss for the Lions. And
Gibbs doesn't get it going again. 7 carries for 2 yards. He does have the receiving touchdown, but they held him in check. Like the only team that Gibbs has popped off against recently is the Giants. He ran for those 200 yards or whatever. He's been pretty bottled up. A lot of teams are being like, all right, we'll let Goff throw, but we're going to take out Gibbs. And that seems to be the game plan against Detroit. And you could score enough on them that will work. On the other side, Jalen Warren and Gainwell, massive games. The Gainwell catch and touchdown was unbelievable. I didn't think in real time that had any chance of being a catch. Sometimes players will just pick up the ball and run. It's like, well, you're just wasting my time.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing that. Nope, it was just fucking touchdown. And that was officiated correctly because they didn't go back. Sometimes they'll just rule them down
right.
We stopped the play, whatever. They gave him the touchdown. It was deserving. That was on the Detroit player for just letting him stand there.
Right.
But yeah, one last time, Aaron Rodgers gives a gift to Green Bay and a gift to the Bears.
Oh, gigantic for the Bears.
Because the Bears also, despite beating Green Bay, that wasn't a lock.
No.
For them to get in the playoffs or win the division, that solidifies it there. And it's a massive win for Pittsburgh now where they need, I believe, 1 win to win the division.
I believe so, right?
I think they need to. I think if they beat the Browns on Saturday, they're in.
So Steve from Gloucester wrote, pains me to say it, but Meek Phil is going to be right about the Lions not making the playoffs after all. What a shocker. And then Meek Phil, that scumbag, that piece of shit, said, and Marty Mush and Chris Clemmer will never apologize for it. Of course, once the Lions, and it's 88% chance the Lions are not going to make the playoffs, and I'm going to confront Meek about this tomorrow. Once the Lions don't make the playoffs, of course we're going to say we're wrong.
He showed his hand in that text afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that because he's
literally showing. That's how his brain works.
Right.
He goes, well, if I was in a situation, I wouldn't apologize.
Right.
Basically. That's what he just admitted.
Yeah, right.
But we've even had side conversation. When we went out to lunch, we were like, I can't believe Phil's going to be right about the Lions.
I know.
But then we were also like, I can't believe he isn't talking about it.
He hasn't. Right. And to his credit, he hasn't been beating his chest about it. But to tweet that out, and also just to say it's me and Marty. We all of us said the Lions wouldn't make the playoffs. We all laughed at him.
By the way, the Phil clarification after that was like, oh, you'll probably say the Lions were a -120 to miss the playoffs or whatever. No, that is just what you would say to
deflect,
deflect and temper down the being.
No,
wrong.
like I'll tell you what. It looks like the Lions are going to make the playoffs. When the Lions do get eliminated, I'm going to give Meek all of his flowers. I wish it wasn't this situation, but Meek was so far dead right about the Lions, so he deserves credit for that. What he does deserve credit for is being a normal or good or even a neutral human being.
No, he's a bad guy.
He's below neutral.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad person.
He's a bad guy.
It's his birthday today, by the way.
I'm not wishing happy birthday.
No?
No, not as of right now. There's more day can happen.
I'm gonna wish him happy birthday right now in the group. I'm gonna say happy birthday, Phil. I'm gonna do it in the group. I don't want to do it individually. I'm gonna do it in the.
Oh, he's definitely not getting an individual text.
No, I'm gonna write happy birthday, Phil.
He did text me individually though. I think for mine. So.
Happy birthday, Phil. That's all I wrote. Let's see what happens.
Day isn't over yet. All right, let's talk last night. It wasn't the greatest day. Like I think the 1 o'clock slate was pretty brutal for the most part.
Yeah,
the day was saved by some really great individual games. Not like a good slate by means, but Patriots.
Panthers-Bucs game at 1. That was the only one that saved the 1 o'clock.
That saved the one from being the worst ever because it was really bad and a lot of games.
The Pats-Ravens game is good. I know you want to talk about that.
So it's Pats-Ravens. Lamar gets hurt. He's not playing. He didn't look great in general. And Huntley comes in. Drake May.
I want to push back a little. I thought Lamar looked okay.
I didn't.
It didn't look great. I guess you said great, to be fair. But I don't think he was.
I didn't think it was much different of a Lamar we've been seeing the last few weeks. He was way closer to that level than the MVP level.
No argument.
That's all I'm saying.
No argument.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying maybe looked a little better than he had the last couple weeks. But you're right. He's still far away from the guy we saw last year.
Two carries for 7 yards. He wasn't beating you on the ground, and he was 7 for 10 through the air for 100 yards. And the Ravens start fast.
Yeah.
Henry.
That's part of it too. Is that they got off? I'm like, oh, the Ravens.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Ravens start fast. Pats answer, and it's tied going to half. Then Baltimore. Lamar, then his injury status was hanging the balance. Didn't look good. Then you hear he's not out there for warm-ups in the second half. Harbaugh says, yeah, we'll see, blah, blah. He's just stalling realistically. He knew he wasn't coming back in. But then the Ravens, despite that, go take the lead on the heels of who? Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry in this game was 18 for 128, 2 touchdowns. He was doing – and what's the one thing you want – the age-old adage is tackling a guy like that in the cold. It's just way harder to tackle a guy. Wouldn't you just want to lean on that guy at that point, especially when you have a backup quarterback? Derrick Henry, when he ran in that touchdown to let him, a minute into the fourth quarter or something, didn't get another snap on the field.
Is that true? That's crazy.
He hit that run. It was like a 2-yard thing.
Yeah.
That was the last time you saw him.
That's so weird.
How does that happen? How does that? So here's a pet peeve of mine in the NFL. When coach, and I'm sure there's maybe good reason for it, but I'm gonna push back on it because we can be irrational. But I hate when backup running backs get a whole drive, and it's that's his drive, and that's what they did with Keaton Mitchell after that. And then after that,
and then next thing they're losing.
Throw whatever. He's not a pass catching, but. When you do that, you're just wasting a guy who is going 7.1 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And a guy who clearly, New England, it was a complete problem for them to stop Derrick Henry. He's a giant man.
Yeah.
And it's cold. Wouldn't you just keep leaning on that guy?
So this is where
I don't think the Pats win this game if they keep doing that.
So let me just play devil's advocate for a second. This is kind of where me and you obviously aren't. We're more baseball first guys. I'm saying we don't know football, but is it physically just so demanding to do it you just need to have those drives where the guy gets a breath?
It might be, but maybe don't do those drives in the fourth quarter.
Maybe that's when you need him though. Maybe that's when you're so gassed. I don't know.
Also, it wasn't like his touchdown was an 80-yard bruising. It was a 2-yard walk-in. It wasn't gassed.
Yeah, but he did stuff before that though.
18,
you know what I mean?
20 touches. He had 18 carries. I don't.
I know. No, I agree with you.
I don't know if it's more on a Monken issue because he's the OC or Harbaugh. But it's probably, Monken's the OC, so he's, but if you're Harbaugh, step in and be put in Henry.
I saw this was the most anti-Harbaugh stuff I have seen I think since he's been Ravens coach, was like in the aftermath, like
push back on me for it, but like I think there's a
I still push back on you about it though. I mean, it's so, and I push back a little about before too. Like it's so hard to get these coaches that are good, and you have a good coach. The Ravens have a good coach.
At some point though, like
there's so few good coaches.
You got to change it up.
But change it for what though? Like what are the options?
The Ravens seem like they're not going anywhere right now.
I think it's because Lamar's hurt. Lamar's legs.
They also think Zay Flowers is a wide receiver 1. He is not a wide receiver.
He's not a wide receiver 1. Absolutely not. They need to get a wide receiver. They need Lamar's legs to heal. If that happens next year, which I imagine it will,
Derrick Henry, like you don't know what, like
Derrick Henry now is a year old.
Running back, like he could be on a different team. Like I think you might see a major shakeup with Baltimore. Lamar's not going anywhere, but I think you got to really build.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if someone like Harbaugh is available, and the Jets,
sure, because you guys are
Aaron Glenn over him,
yeah,
like I'll lose my mind. I mean, I guess I already lost my mind about the Jets. Like,
extend them. Brady Cook starting again this week.
Good. They should. Well, now they're finally doing the right thing. They sat Garrett Wilson the rest of the season.
Yeah.
This is what they should be doing. And they lost yesterday against the Saints. Thank God. Yep. Another big L.
Yeah. Let's talk Drake May for a second. I feel like I went too much on Baltimore. Drake May was really fucking good when he needed to be. Maybe there were a few throws in that like final drive that like could have been picked. He got a little lucky on, but also he makes one throw like to the sideline. It's just thrown so hard and so perfect. From like the opposite hash, the deep ball to Kyle Williams, and that's obviously May's bread and butter is the deep ball. He throws like I think all the metrics are like just one of the best deep ball throwers, if not the best in football. That ball was perfect. Kyle Williams, great catch. He used his legs. I kept betting May passing yards. The start of the game with 250, that was like his normal one, and then once that clearly was looking good, I took 300.
Yeah.
And then right before the final drive, once I just assured myself that they were going to start at their own like 10 or whatever, and he was going to have room, he was at 312, and I took him to get to 375, and he got it on his final pass. He got to 380. That was for plus 200. So I hit May 3 times, but I also had May rushing yards 20 plus. That looked dead. He also kind of got banged up for 1 second in this game. And I was like, he's not going to run anymore. Final play of the game, he runs for 18 and wins. That was a bet that I didn't even think was even on the table.
Oh yeah, because you thought if anything, I thought he was going to run backwards.
Right. And then that ended that.
Here's two stats about Drake May. This is how great this guy is. And believe me, the last thing I want to do is fucking glaze a Patriots player, but here we are. He's leading the league in completion percentage. Okay. He's leading the league in yards per attempt. Think about those two numbers.
You're taking the biggest risks per play, and you're completing it a better.
Correct. Like Chad Pennington would lead the league in completion percentage. He would never lead the league in yards per attempt. That's how good this guy. By the way, also no surprise, leading the league in quarterback rating. Drake May is sensational, and it's time. I mean, I think everyone is on board with this. I mean, it's like a hot take, but I mean, he's one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Like I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah. He's a guy. Now Baltimore. This is a big issue with Baltimore all years. They don't rush the passer. So May had a lot of time to throw all night. It feels like when he's got time, it's like just inevitable. He's going to find someone 20 yards down the field. And last night it was Diggs and Mac Hollins had a bunch of catches. And but also he's really good against the blitz. So I don't really know how you stop him.
Let's take money out of it. You can have either quarterback the rest of their career, which either Drake May or Patrick Mahomes, starting now the rest of their career. It's Drake May in a heartbeat for me. I don't even think about it.
May because
he's younger. Mahomes is now hurt too.
30-ish. Yeah. Also, am I counting the ACL?
Yeah.
Then absolutely, it's May.
It's May.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mahomes has not looked good for 2 years.
You're exactly right.
Like now, I don't want to overreact because Mahomes is still very good and get him some good weapons and a better O-line, and I'm not ruling out that he can win more Super Bowls, but Mahomes got almost like too many excuses this year. Like he just wasn't a good quarterback this year, or a great one. He was nowhere near a top 5 quarterback this year.
No.
If you watch Mahomes, it's like
completely agree.
Short arming a lot of balls, that no deep ball virtually, and he didn't have that last year either. There's
other than Josh Allen, who would you rather have than Drake May the rest of their career right now? If you could pick anybody, I don't know. There's a lot of people. I don't know. There's anybody.
Well, I'm just blanking on the whole league at this point.
Not really, because there aren't a lot of great answers.
Yeah, well, right, because you can't
like
say
Lamar.
Stafford's
Lamar's step back. Stafford's old. Joe Burrow confuses me. think I'd rather have Drake May. And I'm even let's take money out of it. Take contracts out of it. Just,
I am. Like, you might. No, there's not that many.
There's not
that many guys.
I think Drake May is number 2 on my list of guys I would.
Sophomore slump. Well, I guess it's not a sophomore slump.
This is a sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Fuck.
And he looked fucking good last year in that fucking dead ass Patriots team too.
Yeah. Could we talk about the DPI that wasn't called? Because that was crazy.
How did they all miss this?
It was almost so obvious that I was like. So there was an injury on the play as well. So it was a little stoppage. I thought after the guy comes on the field, throw the flag, no one can argue it still. Because it was that obvious. There was nothing like, late flag, whatever. It was, he got tackled. Now, I was very happy about it because it allowed me to hit my May 375.
Right.
Otherwise, that would have been gifted. But also, I had Pat's money on, so I wanted to win that. But it was crazy.
I just don't understand.
If they had lost that game because of that, like, I don't think Dave like puts out like a 4-hour Twitter video about it.
I understand football moves fast. There's a lot of stuff going on. I completely understand why some
ball's in the air forever. Though it's like
I understand why a lot of plays get missed. This one, like you said, the ball's in the air forever. Everyone's eyes, in theory, on the field should be diverting to those two players. Yeah. That's where everyone's focus should be. I don't understand how that gets lost by all the refs.
You know how like sometimes
I don't get it.
Sometimes in basketball, it's like, how'd that guy make the call from over there? You know, like some guy at half court makes it. It's like that's not your call. Anyone. I don't care if you're back there watching the line scrimmage. 60 yards away, throw the flag.
And what's so infuriating
that would have been hilarious.
They never have to answer for it.
That would have been very funny if the guy
let the furthest guy away, yeah.
Like you think, this is behind the line of scrimmage. Let's see what it was. No, he's calling PI because that guy fucked.
Absolutely. But they never have to explain themselves. They never have to face the media. They're shrouded by Roger Goodell in the NFL. That's the shield shrouds these guys, hides these guys. Same thing in baseball too. It's not just football. And they allow these guys to make the biggest, most important calls, and unlike the players, never have to face the media. They never have to face the fans.
Yeah.
They just go and they hide away, and we talk about it today, and then tomorrow we move on. And I don't want to hear they're part-timers. I don't want to hear that because that's on the NFL.
Yeah.
Why does the NFL get full-time refs?
I'll never understand why
it makes no sense.
Yeah. Especially with how much money the NFL makes.
It's shame on the NFL for that because that is entirely our fault. Because yes, it's just one play, but that's a play we all saw from our living rooms. We all knew it happened, and it's not the first time.
Rico was stunned.
Rico's
like, what is going on?
And this isn't the first blown. Look, I understand they're humans. Refs are going to blow calls. Umpires are going to blow calls. I understand that, but it shouldn't happen to the level it happens in the NFL.
It's a bad enough. I think you made a good point. Back in the day where they would never call pass interference, they would have called that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a bad enough call to revisit challenging pass interference calls. Because if you're not going to call that, then you need assistance. Like the eye in the sky, buzz down and just you fucked that up. I think the eye in the sky should do more.
But so I don't disagree with you entirely. There isn't like a human element to sports, but at the same token, like who doesn't appreciate what instant replay has been able to help us out? Like, is there a charm to getting calls wrong? I'm kind of like, no. Like, it's not cute.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get out that answer next year in baseball.
Let's just get it right. No?
Yeah. I tend to.
I agree.
Because it's so shitty to be on the wrong end of that call. How is that not, like, it's.
And that could have fucked up the Patriots, like. I know
in theory, no. There's a scenario where they lose the division because of that play,
and
not likely because you would have to lose to the Jets or Dolphins. But there's a scenario they definitely would lose seeding. Like that would have been unbelievable news for the Jaguars.
Right,
Jaguars would have.
Yes,
right. So
just get it right and get full-time refs and make people be accountable. It's my only things.
Clemmer 2028.
Oh, no thanks. That'd be horrible. Bad for everybody.
Yeah, but a great win for the Pats. They clinched. They had already clinched the division. Yeah, they may have already clinched the division.
I don't think they clinched the division.
Well, they didn't clinch it. They clinched the playoff spot. Sorry, clinched the playoff spot. They are now tied with Denver because Denver loses to Jacksonville.
Gigantic for the, I guess. Although if you're the Patriots, you're rooting for Jacksonville, obviously.
That game.
Yeah.
But in terms of seeding, now it depends. Chargers might not need the game. But it also could, I think actually this game might, in theory, be for the division if it works out that way. But Denver plays Chargers week 18. There's a scenario, I believe, where that could be for the division coming up here.
Yeah.
And in that situation, if the Chargers win that game, New England would hop to the 1.
And I think I know what the Sunday night game is going to be in 2 weeks. The standalone game.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Panthers-Bucs because they play each other one more time, and I think might be for all the marbles, like loser goes home kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, although it depends on tiebreakers and stuff. But if that isn't the case, then I wonder if that Chargers game would be the Sunday night game.
Let's talk that next. I said I was going to talk Denver, but I've just lied to you all. Let's talk Panthers-Bucs. Save the 1 o'clock slate. A massive game. Not a game that decides anything, though. It helps the Panthers' chances of winning the South, but they still
decide anything, but it's a huge game.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they play each other again.
Right.
And also Carolina plays Seattle.
Right.
So
and Tampa has a
Carolina can easily still lose this division.
Yes. Yeah. Nothing's set.
They are only 40%, in fact, to win the division, despite being the game up here. But
Bucs are at Dolphins now.
I do think you're watching a better. The Carolina is a better team right now. Tampa's defense does not look good. Baker does not look anywhere close to what he did.
No,
and you see a guy like Liam Cohen succeed so much in Jacksonville, and you see how far Tampa's dropped off offensively. It's like, man, maybe he did matter a fuck ton in Tampa Bay.
That's fair. On the other side, they have had a lot of injuries.
But they're kind of healthy again.
I don't know if Baker's right.
Okay, maybe, but he's got Mike Evans.
I'll say this though,
Luka and Godwin, they have their three.
Liam Cohen is everything that a team like the Jets or these kind of perennial losers the Giants should have went and got, because this guy is something else. Like that Jacksonville team is really impressed the hell out of me. And Trevor Lawrence, he's getting better every week.
This was a really, really, really good Trevor Lawrence game. I didn't have much more to say about the Bucs Panthers. Good win for the Panthers. We'll see what happens with the division. This was a bad Bo Nix game. This is the kind of the Bo that I know and hold to believe in. He wasn't very good in this game.
No.
Trevor Lawrence was excellent.
Excellent.
That Denver defense got shredded. Red flags for sure.
You hate both these quarterbacks. You think this is going to be like a 6-2 game or something? What do you think? You hate Trevor Lawrence and you hate Bo Nix.
I have grown to respect Jacksonville a whole lot more lately.
All right.
They were one of my 5 picks, Jacksonville.
All right.
3.5.
All right.
Lawrence was very good in this game. Their weapons, man, like Parker Washington and the Jacoby Myers trade was incredible for them. They got an offense, man, and I'm telling you, that defense is really fucking good. And they gave Bo Nix problems. Bo Nix had a horrible fumble. He had a pick on 4th down, late, down 14. There was actually a period in time in the 4th quarter where I thought Denver might actually come back in this game. I actually tossed a little bit of money on their money line. It was like plus 900 at the time or something, just for fun. But I was happy that lost because I wanted Jacksonville very much to win this game. It's a massive win for Jacksonville. After the game, Liam Cohen is asked about what do you think about the narrative? He goes, we just don't care, man.
I saw that. But then he said we do care because he's like, keep the narrative going. It fuels us.
Okay.
So it's like, so you do care, but then you don't care. Like, all right.
I see what he's trying to say, though. He's like, it's not something that they're like, well, I guess they are out to prove it wrong.
Yeah, so you do care about the narrative.
He probably cares.
Yeah. Everybody cares. Everybody pretends they don't care. Everybody cares.
But Jacksonville, man, what a win.
Yeah.
Situation there in seeding wise, where are they now? They're 3. They're 3. They're 3.
Although the Chargers are right there, the same record.
Their remaining schedule.
But obviously the Jaguars are the division leaders. So.
Indy and Tennessee, so they should have the division locked up. They should not lose.
Were you running around your house screaming Duval?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay. That did not happen.
I like to know what happens in the Hub's home. Like what happens when these exciting things happen.
I'm by myself. I don't really talk.
I imagine that. You don't talk to Herbie during the game?
Although when May, he was asleep.
Oh.
Later, buddy.
Later.
Merry Christmas. When May got his 20 yards, I let out a yelp.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God. I did not expect him to be running down the sideline like that to win me an extra couple $100. That was cool. Okay, so we talked those games. What now? The rest is like a
kind of a shit
sifting through.
I will say my Jets lose. Glad about that. That was a game I was a little concerned about.
Another one of my 5 picks. I love Brady Cook. He's awesome.
Oh, I love him too.
For the same reasons. Like he gives them. He should not be starting games. He is not a competitive quarterback.
I love they already announced he's starting next week.
It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I actually have yet to listen to the clip. I can't wait to because I just need to hear Aaron Glenn say it. It's just
frustrating because this is what they should have done, and I was screaming about it for months now, like, just lose these games. Let's get ourselves best position to get the best quarterback possible. But of course, they pretended like they wanted to win for like a couple weeks and it fucked everything over. And we're going to have one too many wins now to avoid getting a potential franchise quarterback. And I don't know what we're going to do.
Damn.
Wait, why are you against the Jets?
Not as much you, but my friends. I want them to be sad.
Okay. I don't root against the Packers.
No, you don't.
I have no problem with the Packers.
There are two good teams yesterday who played terrible. Buffalo and Houston. Buffalo struggling against the Browns. Shador's not good, but boy, Josh Allen.
Shador might be horrible.
Yeah, Shador's not good. Well, he started 5 for 5 with a touchdown, but Josh Allen wasn't so good in this game. Those long shot MVP odds are kind of gone now. James Cook's fantastic. What's his name? Quinton Junkins broke his leg. That's
brutal. I guess they said it's going to impact next year for the Browns.
They said it might be his knee too.
Yeah, devastating. I mean, the Browns are the same place as the Jets. Like, you just want to get ready for next year, and that's the last thing you want to happen.
Buffalo struggled in that game, man.
They really did.
It was. I'm telling you, man. Their defense. Josh Allen's great, and obviously he was not great in this game, but I would take him over anybody in the AFC. Just like from a quarterback standpoint.
I think maybe in the NFL.
Yeah. But it does feel like that defense will be the reason they don't win.
Or the lack of wide receivers.
I think he can overcome that.
It's tough.
I think you saw it against the Pats. Like, he can overcome that. Like, in that type of game. And this might have been a look-ahead situation. I don't. But defensively, they're just not good enough. And they've got and there's some injuries, too, on that side. Houston, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. 14.5-point favorite. They're on the verge of losing to Geno Smith. Stroud was horrible. I don't know. It was it made me rethink the Texans a little bit. I'm like, maybe it was just a game that they totally weren't prepared for, but that was not what I've seen out of the Texans in the last month.
No.
It was a wait. And now, listen, it's hard to fucking be that dominant every week.
Right.
So let's see what next week holds.
I will say that this was an infuriating game to watch for me. I was on the edge of my seat screaming for the Raiders to win that game because it would have affected the Jets draft situation. And then they kept coming back. Like, they were down by 9 or something, and they got that touchdown late. I'm like, oh my God, could the Raiders actually win this game? Of course, it's the Raiders, so they didn't. But for a second there, the Raiders were going to win, and I was so elated.
Yeah, Genty with his 2 biggest plays of the year. He's found shades of Boise State Genty, and man, Stroud, man. Flip side of Buffalo, Houston, the offense will hold them back.
Yeah,
it's not good enough.
Correct.
The offensive line didn't play well yesterday
either. Stroud isn't like.
No, I'm not a Stroud guy.
I feel like I was more last year. This year, he's kind of funny. The team's probably better this year, though.
Bad play in that game. Bad throws.
Yeah,
Titans Chiefs. If you watch this, I tweeted before the game. If they put this on Red Zone, then Scott Hansen should be sued.
The only thing is the Titans win, which they keep winning. That's not great for
themselves. Yeah. I will say now.
Although they have their quarterback ready, I guess.
Minshew's done for the year. So now Oladukin.
Yes.
So he's a Christmas quarterback now. He plays on Christmas.
Insane.
That's awesome.
I'm sure Netflix is thrilled about that. It's one of the 2 games they have, right?
He plays 3. They're all hard.
Netflix only has 2 of the games, though, right?
Oh, sorry. But there's 3 games that day.
Right, 3 games that
day. Yeah. So that's not good. Chargers Cowboys. I thought it was actually it's a tough spot for the Chargers. Dallas closed a favorite. They might have. Small. It was very small. If they did, Herbert shredded them. Yeah. It was the best that offense has looked in a little bit. Defensively, they can beat. They will be in every single playoff game that they play this year because of that defense. It's a matter of how does Herbert feel? How much time does that O-line give him to throw? Because obviously they're banged up with Alt and Slater, done for the year. But Herbert was good yesterday. He was moving well. And the defense is so good. The Chargers are a team to me I would not want to fuck with.
I think this game is a lie. I think this is a fraud game.
But the Chargers consistently win. They've been winning.
Chargers defense is good.
Yeah.
They've never looked this good without Joe Alt.
Oh,
this game is a lie. This is because the Cowboys have
I'm with
no
you
defense.
I'm with you there.
This game means nothing. This game, obviously, the win counts. But for me, this this is just a fake game.
Well, Dallas' offense is still pretty loaded, and the Chargers held them to 17. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's
fair.
That's my only point with the Chargers.
That's fair.
They will be in every single playoff game because of that defense.
But I don't give Herbert, and I like Herbert. I don't give him any credit for this game.
That's fine. But Cowboys' defense is horrific. But I'm just saying that Chargers defense is so good that if they went to the Super Bowl, honestly, it would not shock me because I genuinely think they're that good defensively.
It would shock me if they went to the Super Bowl because
you don't know who's coming out of the AFC. They could beat any team in the AFC.
I think the Patriots are significantly better than them. I think it does get thin after that. The way the Jaguars and Texans are playing,
Pats are significantly better?
I really think the Pats are good.
Baltimore had them on the ropes last night.
Baltimore's pretty good.
Really?
I'm higher on Baltimore.
Below 500. Their defense is horrible.
But that's not
true,
though. A lot of those losses came because Lamar's hurt. Lamar's been hurt. Then it's not. I don't know.
Baltimore's not been good.
And again, Huntley did play the second half.
Baltimore's not been good.
I'm not going to argue about Baltimore.
Bengals Dolphins, horrible game. Quinn Ewers not great. Dolphins checked out. Burrow,
Quinn Ewers, by the way, that was another one Chris was right about. I went 3-1 yesterday, I think, on our picks.
You barely hit that. It was 21.5, right? The team total.
21.5, barely hit it. But Quinn Ewers stinks, right?
Yeah, no, he's.
We're okay with that?
Yeah,
Quinn Ewers stinks?
Maybe Joe Burrow's happy after this. He's been so sad the last few weeks.
Sad Joe Burrow.
300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
No.
Higgins looked great. Vikings Giants. J.J. McCarthy hurt on a play where he held the ball way too long.
So what's Minnesota? And Minnesota still wins the game. The Giants.
So once again, Jackson Dart. It's almost like they schemed that game. They'll just intentionally lose because they didn't even have Dart throwing the ball. Like Dart didn't look good when he did throw it, but he didn't throw it a whole lot. For a while, he didn't have a completion.
Dude, he was horrible. I
don't know.
Jackson Dart, I think, is going to have a nice future. He seems like a good quarterback. I know we don't have any Giants guys in the show right now, but he sucked. He was horrible. That needs to be addressed. He was terrible.
It's just one game though. He's been
one game, and he doesn't have a lot of weapons.
No.
So in fairness to the kid, but I do feel like
bad game.
I do feel like those guys will blow him when things are going good. If things are going bad, you got to also be
at the same time though. Giants fans are probably pretty happy with the result because they remain with the number 1 pick.
Worked out for them.
Yeah, it is. That's fine. They still got to play the Raiders, which is coming up. That's for the. That's basically the Tankathon Super Bowl.
And I'm rooting for the Raiders in that game because I want the Giants to have the number 1 pick so we could trade with them. The Raiders wouldn't trade with us because they need a quarterback too.
Other games of note, well, not really of note. Falcons Cardinals, irrelevant, bad game. Falcons win by 7, and was that it? I may have covered everything.
Yeah, we got the game tonight.
Jets, yeah, we talked about that. The game tonight. I want to talk about college football and the playoff. I know you're not the biggest college football guy, but I feel like we have to talk about it because.
Of course, yeah. I watched some of it.
Before we talk about college football playoff, I want to talk about our friends over at Lids, where you can get. Lids. You want a hat from a team that won a college football playoff game? We're coming up. Lids got you covered.
There you go.
A lot of NFL hats, too. It's holiday season. If you're a real fan, you already know where to go. It's Lids, the new 47 brand. NFL collection just dropped, and it's all heat. Soft tees, clean logos, and those vintage-inspired caps that make you look like you've been repping since day one. Get all caps, all tees, all holiday, only at Lids. Whether you're buying for your crew or just stacking your lineup, Lids has every team covered, literally. Say it loud, gift it louder. Holiday starts at Lids. Hit your local store, grab the latest from the 47 brand NFL, and show your team pride the right way. Gift without a filter this holiday season. Only at Lids. Get all caps, all jerseys, all holiday. Only at Lids. From exclusive team gear to custom gifts, there's no better place to turn up your holiday style. Lids has you covered.
Let's go, Lids.
College football playoff. Saturday was just an awesome day of sports and highlighted mainly by the 3 playoff games. Obviously, Packers, Bears at night. Just a great. Marty will get on me, but I sat in a bar for 10 hours and I had a blast.
I did similar.
You
great time.
You lose me at the bar part, but I understand being excited. That's fine.
I got.
But you guys are younger than me too, so
I will say this.
This gets loud.
Tragic news. The bar that I love.
Yeah.
That I go, if I'm gonna watch college football all day, I'll go there. I found out it's a Bears bar.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, really?
I mean, there were Packer fans there, but
yeah.
By 7 o'clock, I'm like, fuck. surrounded by Bears people. Luckily, we did call it a night at the end of the third quarter, so I was not there to see the end of the game. I watched that from the comfort of my own home. I was like, I'm just going to race home and see this. I couldn't imagine being there for that.
You guys were at the same bar for 10 hours?
Yeah.
Ugh,
my buddy.
That's a lot.
Just posted up.
No?
Had a blast. Not like it.
What's happening? You all right?
You hear that sound? Oh, I'm not listening to my headphones. I thought they were playing us off.
No.
I heard a sound from somewhere. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my mind a little bit. That was bizarre.
It's like you heard like an alien invasion.
Because I thought sometimes you could hear the music through.
You can.
I thought he was playing us off on it, but I don't know where that sound came from. That was weird.
Strange reaction either way.
Bama, Oklahoma Friday night, first game of the playoff. Oklahoma starts up 17-0. They look unbelievable. That place is rocking. Mateer looked good. He was dealing with a hand injury. Finally looked like he was ripping the ball. And then an avalanche happened without. People are clowning Alabama. Like, oh my God, could you imagine they thought that Notre Dame Notre Dame people were like, why did they let these people in? And all of a sudden, the fucking flip switched, and Mateer throws that awful pick six to end the half. I had first half money line, and I can't believe I didn't win an Oklahoma first half money line bet there. And they were just a better team from that point on. Ty Simpson was fine. I'm not a Ty Simpson guy. I think they're going to get obliterated by Indiana next week or in 2 weeks. But just a crazy game flip from Oklahoma to Bama in that game. I never saw that coming. So there goes Oklahoma. Bama advances to play Indiana. Did you watch any of this game?
A tiny bit. I was at the movies.
Okay. Then we start off. First two games of the four were easily the best ones. Incredibly ugly Miami Texas A&M game, but entertaining at the same time. It's some fake punts and turnovers, and I don't know why. I appreciate when there's two really good defenses going against each other. Like, no missed tackles were in this game.
Yeah.
It's all just hard. You can hear the tackles. Like,
it felt like the first touchdown was going to get it done. Like the whole time.
What'd you say?
You said it felt like the first touchdown was going to get it done.
I said it felt like the first touchdoon was going to get it done the whole time.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
The whole first half.
And
it was like somebody needs to get in the end zone. And it did. Yeah.
Marshall Reed was horrible in this game. It was very windy. Kicks were being missed left and right, too. I was fascinated. Now, I did bet Miami. I was fascinated / horrified that their kicker was going to have to kick this game-winning field goal at the end. Instead, Tony just takes it in, and they win the game 10-3. I'm happy that Miami advanced. I didn't need to see any more Marcel Reed. He's just not a good quarterback.
Who does Miami face next week? Or 2 weeks?
Miami faces... Is it Ohio State?
Oh.
Let me see. It's tough to think right now off the top of my head. Yes, Miami plays Ohio State. So yeah, ugly game, but good like hard-nosed football. Both sides have very good defensive players. Miami has some really hard hitters. One guy that will be at the top of the draft is Bain.
Bain.
And then there's an offensive tackle on
part of the darkness.
A&M who will be a top 10 pick or whatever. There was NFL talent across the board in this game. Tony can't even come out for a few years. Receiver, he's so good. Tulane Ole Miss rematch of they played early in the year was 45-10. Well, this was 41-10. Ole Miss scored in 3 plays to start the game. It was over from there. There was nothing that Tulane had that could.
I mean, Ben Mintz said this was the best year since 2020 for him. Personally, just after this win,
it's like the only guy to enjoy 2020.
Yes.
But
no, great weekend for the Mints, man. And now he's team's still alive.
Yeah.
No Lane Kiffin, no problem. They say
3:30 a.m. Reaction video.
Yeah.
That's when you want.
Timely.
That's when you want it.
That's exactly. That's what people are on their
Oregon, JMU. Regretfully, I didn't watch a ton of this game because Packers Bears were starting at the same time.
Doesn't sound like you missed much.
Witnessing the Packers blow that game, while then finding out my Oregon minus 20.5 bet didn't win because of a 99-yard backdoor drive by JMU. Wasn't the best 5 minutes for my brain.
No, it's
definitely.
I think Ev had the same thing happen.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Well, Ev's not a Packers fan, but I'm sure he bet.
That's true. I meant from a gambling perspective.
Yeah.
No, what happened to you was worse.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think you're happier. You feel like your team showed up for JMU for 34 points on Oregon. Like, all things considered, like for a group of 5 team, like unfortunately that's what's considered a win at this point.
I guess, but like I said, I mean, like if that's the point, then what? If that's
on this stage, it's
that's
fun
good. Then what's the point?
Right, 100%.
By the way, update. I texted this to the group chat. 12/22. Happy birthday, Phil. No response. No response. No. Also, no one else chiming in saying happy birthday to him either.
I know. Yeah. So then that sets up New Year's Eve. I thought these games were next week because there's a lot of rounds still to go. Not the case. Well, I guess technically, isn't it?
They are in 2.
It's a week from Wednesday.
That's a week and a half. That's 2 weeks.
I thought it would be this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to finish out all the bowls. But New Year's Eve, Miami, Ohio State. Currently, Ohio State's -9.5.
Wow. Okay.
That game is being played in Jerry World.
Oh wow.
Oregon, Texas Tech. This is the closest spread of the 4. Oregon currently going off as a 1.5 point favorite against Marty's Texas Tech. This game is in Miami. I initially just loved Texas Tech in this game. Such a good defense. Although Dante Moore very good. Bama. These games are on New Year's Day.
Okay.
That was at noon. 4:00. Bama, Indiana. This game is at the Rose Bowl. Indiana is currently a 6.5 point favorite. I love Indiana there. And Ole Miss, Georgia, being played in NOLA. It couldn't be working out better for the Mince Man in his backyard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This really is the best year since 2020.
It might be.
Really?
He was on to something. Ole Miss, Georgia. Georgia currently outgoing is a 6.5 point favorite.
So that could be a horrible start for 2026 for Ben.
It could really set the tone for a dark 2026.
Oh boy. Ugh. That'd be tough to watch.
But if they win,
then
maybe you're looking.
Year's already.
You're not even thinking about 2020 anymore. It's your second best year in this decade. Like yeah.
If they lose that game, I'm starting to worry about the health of widespread panic. The band. They might have like a Leonard Skinner situation. Like make sure the planes are. I got the fuel. Everything's good to go.
What else? Did you watch the fight?
I did.
Okay. What'd you think?
I
was getting into it with some people on Twitter afterwards about this.
It wasn't a good fight. It did feel like
he's fallen a lot.
It did also feel like AJ was taken a little bit off.
Yeah, I think there was a fear of like he didn't want to put himself in a bad spot early by being too eager for that knockout. He's like, I'm gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like go crazy early and put myself in a vulnerable situation. So I'll wear him down and then get him in the middle
and then break his jaw.
Yeah. Overhit 2.5 rounds. That was nice.
Yeah. I had the under.
I think
Dave's play hit.
Dave drilled it perfectly. Large also.
Yeah.
Large had the fight before the women's fight. Parlayed with a few other things. I think his was like plus 650, plus 700. Large drilled it. I only had the over. Listen, like I respect Jake Paul for being in that fight, and that's a real boxer. That's a guy who went toe to toe with like a true champion, and that's not easy to do easily.
True champion's also 30 pounds heavier than him. Like
massive. When you see them next to each other.
Oh, it's like a man and a boy.
Was it a good fight? No. No one's saying it's a good fight, but I respect the hell out of him for getting to this level where he was fighting loser entertainers before this. And now he
has the balls to get in the ring. I don't like his fighting style. This is the same with the Tyson fight. I don't like that just run around the ring and it just bores me. But as a human being, I'm like, man, you deserve tons of props because I can't imagine going in a ring with someone that big who's now is set out to embarrass you.
Yeah,
that is terrifying.
Yeah. And I mean, he breaks his jaw, but all things considered, pretty good.
He held his own, man. I don't
know if it's held his own, but he just didn't die.
I
didn't get knocked out cold. Like there's no meme of him now.
No, I say held his own because it went 6 rounds.
Yeah,
that's holding your own.
He didn't put damage into Joshua though.
No,
that's the pushback I'm giving you with held.
That's fair. I mean, when I say held his own, I meant more for his reputation or his reputation.
I think he walks out of that thinking that's a win. I think he feels.
I think so too.
He also reportedly was $90 million to each person or something. What a win for the easiest money Joshua will ever make in his life.
He broke his jaw.
No, Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I think also, I'd break my jaw for $90 million.
I would too. I would too.
Probably significantly less if I'm going to be frank with you.
Kind of scared of saying that out loud because But if someone
if you present the cash,
yes.
What's it? 6-month recovery? They were saying.
You do have an annoying voice. Those people with a lot of money, they'd be like, it's just worth it.
I wouldn't talk for 6 months and I get $90 million.
Yeah, we do that.
No problem.
Yeah, me too.
No problem.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Let's do that. I'll tell you what.
Well, for Joshua, you're not breaking your jaw and you won $90 million.
Christmas special to the end of the year. I'll do it for half. I'll do it $45 million.
Half was in my head for sure. Also, half of that, I'd probably do it for half of that.
Let's not negotiate. Let's not negotiate against ourselves here.
$22.5 million. I break my jaw for.
Me too, probably. No, not probably.
Now, would I do half of that? Probably. Yeah, $10 million.
Now we're negotiating against ourselves. This is a bad precedent. This is bad sales. See, this is why you're not in the sales game. You can't do this. You're hurting yourself.
5.
5?
5 mil? Probably not lower than that.
Not lower than that.
I'd probably do 2.5.
I would.
I think I would. I think I'm not going after. I'm putting the line in the sand there. 2.5. I just negotiated down from $90 million.
I do it for 5.
Got it.
I think. Now I don't want to say this out loud because there's people out there who have that much money that want to make me not talk. I know there are. This guy's so annoying.
One last thing before we go. Baseball trade. Wilson Contreras. You're not happy about this, I'm sure.
No. Meek Phil's one is like.
Didn't you want him?
Meek Phil wanted him.
Oh.
I'm like, he's not that good. He's fine. He's fine. He's a fine player.
He's pretty good. He's not that good. That's not fair to him. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's under team
control
though for.
When I say not that good, Meek was comparing to Pete Alonso.
He's not Pete Alonso. No. But he's like.
Well, no, he's a productive guy to have in the lineup.
Yeah.
Decent WAR. He plays a decent first base.
Yeah, he's a better defender than I think people give him credit for.
He's hit pretty consistently in his career. He's a nice player. Didn't cost the Red Sox too much.
Dude, his last 4 years combined, a 126 OPS plus.
Yeah. No, he's a nice player. He makes the Red Sox better for sure.
He will not hit 40 home runs, but he'll give you enough power. That's like, especially what the Red Sox were dealing with you're at this point missing out on Alonso, like Casas coming back. Now you don't have to worry about Casas if you're Boston.
Right.
This guy can.
But is it enough power? That's where I kind of push back.
It's just a guy that makes him better.
I don't know if it's enough power because I think that's something they were lacking.
They also save money with this deal. So if Rosenthal wrote a whole article today, like in theory, if that money doesn't go to Bregman, then you should be ashamed of yourself because like why else are you saving?
It sounds like the Red Sox are in on one or two.
Marte or him.
Marte
Bregman.
Or Bregman, and I think the Blue Jays are in on Bichette or Bregman. So like that's what the dominoes are all like. Blue Jays gonna get one of those two guys.
He's got Paul Blackburn, so that's good.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
And Zach Short.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Paul Blackburn
stacking chips.
Paul
Blackburn, funny enough, was like actually like fine for them.
Well, no, he wasn't. He was terrible
for the Yankees.
Yeah, he was terrible.
No,
he also pitched in your playoffs and was terrible.
Well, I wouldn't recommend.
I mean, he stinks, dude. He's
he's not. I'm not defending Paul Blackburn.
Paul Blackburn's ass, and he was ass for you. I watched him personally get knocked around. It was one of the funniest things I've seen.
For you, he didn't want you there. No, but back to Boston. They didn't give up a whole lot here. Hunter Dobbins.
Now, me and you are both kind of down on this guy. He's gonna be 26 next year. I mean, he's
just not a frontline starter.
No, he's a 4th or 5th starter.
Like he's maxing out in the MLB as a 4 or 5.
I guess the benefit
Fajardo
is he's under control for five more years.
Yeah, whatever. Fajardo was the piece to give up though. That guy is like a top 10 prospect for Boston. They really like him.
Yeah, I don't know if. Yeah,
that was when you're reading across of
that's why
our Boston fans receiving this haul because obviously I don't know the Sox farm system.
Right.
I know my farm system. They seem to like Fajardo.
Here's the problem. This is why John Henry. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He made the Cardinals give up $8 million in this deal,
which costs you a guy like Fajardo.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
So
which is in theory
you didn't need to give him up.
Have the money that Boston, New York, all those teams. The whole idea is you keep your players because you absorb money.
And believe me, I'm not happy with the way the Mets offseason is going right now. But that was the whole benefit of when we did our salary dump with Verlander and Scherzer and those guys because we paid the whole salaries, so that way we got the best possible prospects back.
Yep.
Now we can argue.
But then if you're just not running your team correctly, like Boston shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
You keep your better players.
That was my biggest issue.
They have a lot of pitching depth to trade from, and they still have some.
And this is the second deal. Now the Cardinals now have Dick Fitz and Dobbins down in the rotation, I guess.
Well, because you know who the GM for Boston is.
Yes.
Cardinals, yeah. He wants all his guys.
Those guys very well.
Yeah. But that's a good trade for Boston.
Our teams need.
I was not happy.
Our teams need to make some fucking moves. I'll say that much.
I'm not even rumored for people.
Dude,
they're not talking to.
The Yankees are a little poor boys.
They were in on Wilson Contreras. Like that was the one Cardinal player that I heard they were going after. Not Brendan Donovan. Not Lars Nootbaar. No, it was Wilson Contreras. But I don't know how hard. At the same time, like, not a lot of pieces are moving off the board. So, like,
the White Sox got.
They did get Murakami. That is actually.
But even then, it was only a 2-year deal.
So that was fast. So Murakami is a guy I've known his name for years, and seemingly was excited for him because I thought that was a guy the Yankees. Rizzo departs the team, then you shift your focus to Murakami. Obviously, Ben Rice comes along, and you're not in on that. And also, a lot of people get scared off by this guy's whiff rate and how he cannot hit high velo, and no one really knows. Shohei Ohtani couldn't hit high velo coming out of Japan, and think he's doing just fine now. So guys can adjust. His market didn't develop. It's a good deal for him though because it's a 2-year deal.
He's so young.
He put some cash in his pocket. He's got $17 million a year. And he'll get for sure. He
broke
MLB trade rumors had him projected to get 8 for $180.
He broke the single season Japanese record when he was 23.
Yeah,
this is 2 years later.
He has immense power. It's whether he can consistently make contact and avoid being Joey Gallo, basically.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 years. He's going to have money in his pocket, and then after 2 years, if he's the player that he hopes to be. He'll hit the open market at what, 26 or whatever, 28. So he's 26 now. Hit 28, and if he proves it, he will get
he'll get a massive deal,
plenty of money. So and for the White Sox, you got someone to sign with you.
I love that.
So and they actually weren't like the worst team in the world.
They really weren't.
So maybe they can be a little bit of a surprise.
Colson Montgomery, Kyle Teal, they have some interesting.
They have MLB players. Now,
Ed Royth is interesting. They got some. Shane Smith was really good for them last year.
Yeah, pitching's still probably a big issue.
It is, but they're doing some things.
They're not slouches.
I really like the direction of that franchise.
So they get Murakami. I don't think
the only other thing is the game tonight.
Right.
Which, by the way, go DraftKings right now. You can get King of the End Zone. I made my play for that. It's $2 million. Is the pool there? I took the San Francisco defense. I just think Philip Rivers. Like, what are we doing?
Your age or something.
He's younger than me, sadly. He's a grandfather. He's younger than me, which is hard to wrap my head around. But what are we doing, Philip Rivers?
The low spread.
I think that's fake.
Yeah.
I really like. It's one of my 5 picks. Is the Niners.
It's just one of those games where I'm looking at it and I'm like, how do the Niners not win this game by 14 points?
I don't know.
Whenever I have those thoughts in my head, it's not good.
I just think we saw last week what.
Here's the thing for
the Rivers.
Here's the thing for
and can't do it. He can't do a lot.
Indy's defense looked really good last week against Seattle.
They did.
So
that's fair.
Granted, Niners have a better offense. McCaffrey and Kittle and Purdy. I like Purdy.
And it's in Indy. To be fair,
it's in Indy. I don't know where I'm going with this game. As a touchdown King of the End Zone guy, I'll probably dabble with Kendrick Bourne.
I thought about that.
Plus 425.
I think was it Bourne hasn't had a touchdown all year though.
Good. Yeah. Other than that, NBA. I don't think this. Oh, college basketball. Was there anything to stand out? No. Rico St. John's hate is been very accurate this year.
Absolutely. I mean,
Kentucky beats them over the weekend. They've lost a bunch. They have a very tough schedule to start, but they've lost all the games.
What have I been saying about Rick Pitino? And you guys keep poo-pooing me.
Good for your Kentucky.
Yes.
They looked a little better.
Yeah.
Bad first half. Second half, they
getting that guy back, too. What's Quintians?
They got a guy. Someone played their first game for them on Saturday. Might have been him. So,
yeah he's very good. Mispronouncing his name. People are, I'm for sure, yelling at their phones.
Like I said, good one last night. Jalen Brunson had 47.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Mitchell Robinson is all of a sudden making free throws, and people are starting to freak out a little bit.
He had a huge game.
Made 10 in a row. This is a guy who's shooting 20%. So he's been working with a free throw guru.
All right.
He fixed Josh Hart's 3-point shot. Maybe now he could fix Mitch Robinson. After that, Nobel Prize.
Oh wow!
If you could fix those two guys,
then you get the Nobel Prize.
Get the Nobel Prize.
Love the Niners tonight. Love them.
Okay, so your picks.
For my 5 picks, it's Niners minus 6.5. It's down to 5.5 now. But I'm on the Niners tonight, and anytime touchdown, San Francisco 49ers, and that's my king of the end zone pick.
Pretty light college basketball slate. I don't think any of them really gets going until next week. There is a bowl game in an hour, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Utah State minus 1.5. I saw Wazoo has a ton of opt-outs and new coach.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the team that is more intact there. As for the football game, Kendrick Bourne anytime touchdown. It's my king of the end zone. I just like taking this bet, and I take it in basically every Niners game. It's Christian McCaffrey's rush and receiving yards together. This is let's see what the actual number is. I don't want to cheat myself out here. 107.5 over -112. Yeah.
I might ride that with you.
He's just their main guy, man.
And I think they're gonna run a lot. I think then
he gets screens too. They'll line him up offset on the left side.
I'm gonna seem like a fool here. I really think that the Niners are gonna.
I'd like to avoid betting the Colts tonight. At some point, my brain might trick me into Phillip Rivers, but I really don't want it to. So for now, I'm just gonna stick with McCaffrey.
So what'd you do, McCaffrey? 110
over 107.5 rushing, receiving.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Yep,
done. I'm riding with you. We're back tomorrow. We're gonna go through the NFL games.
So are we gonna submit all our picks tomorrow?
Yes.
That's
okay. So
thank God we're not doing the 10 picks thing.
So I know.
I'm saying that would suck even more having a short week.
I completely agree. That was the worst. Maybe Marty's worst idea, and that's saying something. But then here's the good news. Next week we don't need to submit our picks until like Saturday.
Oh, breaking news.
Oh, breaking. Let's go 110.
10.
No.
Meek Phil has.
Wow. 10.
Oh, doctor.
Meek Phil has thanked you for.
Meek Phil says thanks. Gonna try to sleep on the plane. I didn't ask that. I said happy birthday.
You should respond. I did not ask that.
I'm gonna write. Notice how no one else said thank you.
You know what's funny is on Friday.
No, happy birthday, rather.
He had mentioned that it was his birthday, and I knew it was Tom Lay's, and he goes, "Yeah, we all know that." Where I was like,
we
"What
all,
the
like him
fuck
and Tom
does that
Lay
mean?"
or society?
No, I think society.
Oh,
yeah.
How dare? Yes. How?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that.
I think I'm gonna send him
forgot
a
to
late.
say happy birthday today.
I decided I'm gonna send him a very late birthday text.
I just said, notice how no one else said happy birthday. Let's see how he reacts. He's gonna try to, but just so people know, he's gonna try to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, that's good. He's gonna sleep a little.
And he'll be back tomorrow. Just think, Meek Phil back tomorrow.
Meek Phil.
Meek Phil. Christmas and haven't got enough Christmas excitement. Our last show for the year, we're gonna bring in Meek Phil.
Gift to you.
So there you go. Back tomorrow. I think it might be Bosco and Meek together. I mean, that could be. Bosco's very mad at Meek.
Yeah,
like more than normal.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Maybe we could stoke that fire a little bit. All right, back tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks for watching.